very much to both of them.
Yeah, and so many times we talked about Giannis. If he improves this jumper, and he has year over year. Right now, Bucks, Sixers, tied early to go.
The NBA on ESPN is presented all season long by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And in part by MetaQuest, official mixed reality headset of the NBA.
Welcome back. NBA Wednesday presented by State Farm. We're about midway through the first quarter. Some of the numbers. Shots a little off to start. Yabusele catching his breath here in Philadelphia.
Embiid may be the process, but he calls this young man the franchise, the crossover to the
second in Philadelphia. Bucks by 4.
and understanding how to play around Giannis. His teammate Pat Connaughton's been there, won a championship with him. Nice fill on the double. You got to send more than one at Giannis, Richard.
Yes, but on this second one, good help. And Oubre, you got to have a better closeout than that against Connaughton. I know he hit a three, but you have a better closeout. And this is just new teammates. Yabusele, this is a lob to KJ Martin. You can even see him point his finger up. Say, hey, but that's where as the season progresses and teams figure it out, as you see Giannis with that finish. Defense in.
Timeout call. A 13-point turnaround. Bucks go up by 8 after trailing by 5.
Bobby Portis. Yes, we talk about his offense, but his defense right here leading to a fast break and even finishes over Martin. That is a tough finish, and right now, Bobby Portis is feeling it.
Bucks go up by 8 after trailing by 5.
Bobby Portis. Yes, we talk about his offense, but his defense right here leading to a fast break and even finishes over Martin. That is a tough finish, and right now, Bobby Portis is feeling it.
My barber got me looking proper every single time. Fresh fit, getting.
Giannis Antetokounmpo had 11, Lillard 15, Bobby Portis had 13. Bucks still without Chris Middleton, but Damian Lillard helping pick up the slack. They start their season on the road. 2 quarters complete here in Philadelphia. Milwaukee an 11-point lead.
I'm laughing at the three.
I know he doesn't want Lopez to pick up another foul, but I think Drummond's not a bad guy to put on the free throw line.
Yeah, you want to protect the fouls from your big fella.
Well, they are challenging it. First one of the season. Do you have your game plan to vote? Vote early if you can. On or before Election Day, Tuesday, November 5th. It's time to get in the game. Learn more, go to nba.com/elections. Well, Doc Rivers wins the challenge. Watch. Welcome back, NBA Wednesday, presented by State Farm, part of MetaQuest opening week here in Philadelphia. And let's listen to some Bobby Portis first half sound. To the third.
Let's see. That's a tough angle.
Well, it's hard to tell on that one. We'll find out when we come back.
The NBA on ESPN, presented all season long by State Farm, is brought to you by MetaQuest, official mixed reality headset of the NBA.
Coming up next, Suns and the Clippers in LA in the new home, the Intuit Dome. This is a shot from what they call the wall, where only season ticket holders are allowed to sit. Now, I'm not exactly sure how they're going to police that, but that's the idea, that you've got to be a
Of Philadelphia, to me, right? A season ago, 47 wins despite Joel missing significant chunks. The face hit by Oubre. Ooh, that hurts, Richard.
That's going to sting him.
Philadelphia, to me, right? A season ago, 47 wins despite Joel missing significant chunks. The face hit by Oubre. Ooh, that hurts, Richard.
That's going to sting him.
Yeah.
We'll be back live from Philly when we return. From Philly when we return.
Let's take a look who's getting buckets, brought to you by KFC, DB.
To Cassidy's point, Dame is looking and feeling good. That high screen, top of the floor, is a screen that Damian has always liked since entering the league. Gives him a head of steam going downhill. So you set it out wide, he's simply reading and reacting. That defender, Yabusele, not able to recover off that. The quick catch and shoot. Richard, you're just reacting like this dude is so good.
On our opening night doubleheader on ESPN, Suns and the Clippers at the Intuit Dome. A spectacular new place, so I hear, as Lopez knocks down a three-pointer. 30 points here on opening night. Bucks up big.
And Giannis is still on the floor. Got the trainer coming over. And just here, that's the sweep. When a right-handed player goes up, they bring it by their hip. That's when you go for a reach, and then that defense turns into offense for Oubre.
The NBA on ESPN is presented all season long by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And Giannis is still on the floor. Got the trainer coming over. And just here, that's the sweep. When a right-handed player goes up, they bring it by their hip. That's when you go for a reach, and then that defense turns into offense for Oubre.
The NBA on ESPN is presented all season long by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Assist of the game brought to you by State Farm.
Brook Lopez has been a terrific defender at the rim. They are 4 for 16. It's been against multiple guys. Tyrese Maxey is 0 for 6 when he's challenged him. That rejection on Eric Gordon. He's gotten a number of different Sixers.
We'll take a timeout. 2.5 remaining, fourth quarter of the season opener here in Philadelphia. Bucks in control.
So much has been talked about with Dame Lillard feeling more comfortable. His pick and roll with Giannis. But the pick and roll with Brook Lopez has been so effective. Look at how high the pickup point is. He's setting that screen at half court. You don't know where it is if you're the defender, if it's left and right. And you see sometimes he's going to his right, Brook pops. Sometimes he goes to his left and he can get downhill. So there's just so many difficult things to guard when your pickup point and your screen is 10 feet past that free throw line, or three-point line.
And you see just in those how valuable Lopez is for Lillard. And before the game, they were talking how without Embiid and Paul George falls short. As the marathon begins, just the first of 82. Final score, the Bucks 124, the Sixers 109. Coming up next, NBA Wednesday continues. Suns and Clippers from LA. Our producer, Tim Corrigan, director Mike Schwab, of course, for Richard, Doris, and Cassidy. Mike Green says, stay tuned. After these messages, we'll get you out to LA and the debut of the Intuit Dome. Good night, everyone.